Today's Wednesday, February 22nd, 2017. You're tuned into the Elevator Radio Show.
You're tuned in to the Elevator Radio Show, a weekly program dedicated to covering news and information on elevators, escalators, and moving walkways. Produced in the wee hours of the morning, a new show is uploaded every Wednesday, sometimes even before you get out of bed. Listen to some of the comments sent in from our audience.
Rob from New York writes, Tom, are you f***ing insane? You actually get up at 2 a.m. each Wednesday to put this show out? Man, you must love elevators. Tim from Illinois writes, I'm not sure why I listened, but ever since I tuned into the first show back in 2007, I've been addicted. Matt in Texas writes, I like your safety messages, Tom. It's important to remember them each and every day. And he also adds, when am I going to win the monthly prize pack giveaway? Ron from California sent this in. Despite your inability to pronounce words in the English language, I tune in each week and am glad that you offer this service to the industry. It's better than Google News alerts. Sarah from Washington writes, love the show, Tom, and look forward to it each week. I'm glad I signed up for the newsletter. You provide a valuable resource for the industry, not only for North America, but worldwide.
Enjoy the show. And now, here's your sleep-deprived host, Tom Seibert.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It is great to be here this Wednesday after having a week off, and I want to say I had a wonderful time in Mobile, Alabama, attending the Elevator Escalator Safety Foundation annual general meeting. Thank you to everyone who took their time out of their busy schedules to fly down for the day, 2 days. Greatly appreciate that. It's always nice to see such talent under one roof and in one room, and I just appreciate that. Appreciate the sponsors that came out to support the meeting and offset the costs. And as always, to all of you out there who do your part to make safety your priority in what you do each and every day, whether it is working in your field, out in the field, or if you are basically trying to make those that ride the equipment that we service, make parts for, inspect, et cetera, safer. So, but appreciate that. So I'm exhausted. It was one of those deals where, it was, when you're flying to Mobile, Alabama, there's no direct route or easy way of getting there. And it's one of those deals where, you never know if you're going to get into an issue with a connecting flight or delay here and there. And I'm not a big traveler, and I'm kind of happy that I don't have to fly a lot. It's not easy. And I give everybody who travels, who flies a lot of credit. I don't know how you do it, because it is not an easy thing to do, and probably for many of you veterans who've been doing it year after year after year, it's like nothing. It's like nothing to you. And so, so it was. It's hard. It's hard to do that. So, anyway, on top of that, my wife is still recovering from her surgery. She's doing much better. Thank you to all of you who have sent me emails. She's going to be fine. Got to take her to the doctor tomorrow, but it's just been busy on top of that, because it means that I'm pulling mommy and daddy duty, and I don't do her job as well as she does her job. I don't want to call it a job necessarily, but she is excellent at what she does. She's a wonderful mother. She's a wonderful wife, and you realize how great you have it when that person in your life, the person you love, the person who does so much, is not able to do as much as she was able to do. So hopefully 3 more weeks she'll be driving again, helping out. And it's just hard. It's hard after working a full day and then going to, just getting dinners on the table, working with the laundry, working just everything. It's just a lot. Mentally, it's a lot for me. And when you already have a lot on your plate, it's a lot. So anyway, but hey, we got a good show for you today. Very serious show. As I was flying back Friday morning back to work from the meeting, a fatality occurred in Tallahassee, Florida. I'm sure many of you already heard about it, where a mechanic was found after falling deceased in the shaftway. And obviously our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers go out to his family. And we just want our industry safe. And it's just one more reason to support the Elevator Safety Summit, which is going to be held in May. So do your part. Register for that event, and we hope to have some really good information coming out of that, some good ideas on how to make our workers safe. So I'll have that link up in the show notes. On top of that, I think the week before there was an escalator accident. So we'll get into that in the show notes later on. We do have a $100 Visa gift card giveaway, and also some awesome goodies from the companies that have donated, which are in the show notes. Want to personally thank CoDataPlate.com for their continued support in providing some awesome Starbucks gift cards. Also, Kali Elevator's done the same. So thank you to those entities who have gone above and beyond to submit to the prize pack giveaway. Greatly appreciated. So we will we'll cover the news next. And if somebody creates a shirt with that saying on it, you're not going to make $1 million. That's about the silliest thing I've ever heard in my life. So, yeah. Anyway, so news is up next.
Let this week's news stories give you a lift on what's happening in the vertical transportation arena. Each news segment is organically dug and fresh with news stories of the week. Got lift? If not, stay tuned.
First news story that we're leading with today is the maintenance worker that was killed in a hospital elevator shaft. And I know everybody knows about that. Details on what actually happened are really not being shared at this point. But obviously, it was a fall. And the man has been identified as Robert Myers, and they're still investigating. I am pretty sure this will fall under the OSHA or whatever it should fall under OSHA investigation rules. I'm pretty sure. So hopefully we can learn what happened and make sure we're doing everything we can to prevent accidents like that from happening. Link is in the show notes regarding the Elevator Industry Safety Summit, which NACE International is helping promote. It's not their event, just to let you know. ESF is also promoting it and also supporting it. It is not their event either. So it is an independent event that is supported by by the two entities. Also, other entities that you will find out once you attend that meeting, and that'll be held May 21st to 23rd. Elevator Radio Show has picked up has sent some money into to help offset the costs associated with that, and we hope some great stuff comes out of that meeting. There's never too much safety. You can never have enough emphasis on safety. That's how I want to say it. And as much as some of the, maybe whenever something like this happens, that's kind of out of the realm or out of the box in how safety is shared, sometimes it's taken the wrong way. It's taken in a way that people are like, hey, well, what's wrong with the old way? Well, there's nothing wrong with the old way, but at the same time, it doesn't hurt to have a new way. Things change. The Elevator Escalator Safety Foundation had their kids program out there for 20 years before it got changed or updated. So the point is, we don't want to get to where we've waited 20 years to figure out that maybe there's other ways of working with, making safety a priority in different ways or different ideas. And we hope that information that's shared, or I hope that the information is shared during the Safety Summit, is trickled down to anybody who's working on elevators and escalators and moving walkways, and so that we never have to read an article or an accident like this again. I never want to see it, but it's part of the business. It's dangerous stuff, so work safe. Okay, next news article, StarTribune.com reporting trapped at home during elevator repair. I do not want to get an MBA at Carlson. Continue to cite. I try not to link up these stories that have pop-ups, and they drive me crazy. Apparently, Joanne Hunt, a friend, lived in an apartment, then a condo, 4th floor, and then it only had one elevator. Residents were informed that the elevator needed to be brought up to code, be completely shut down for repairs for about a month. And let's see here. Minnesota law does not require a working elevator in a residence if stairs are available. What building does not have stairs? Anyone? What are they building elevators? I mean, what are they building buildings? When did they ever build a building that didn't have stairs? Is that possible? I don't know. Anyway, but let's see what she did. she'd meditate. Okay, well, you can read this article. I should have read it before I commented on it. Got stuck on that one blurb about, elevators not being required if there are stairs in older buildings. Like retroactively, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, next news article. This one actually came or surfaced before going to the Elevator Escalator Safety Foundation meeting. Or maybe it was the same day. It might have been, I don't know, maybe Wednesday, Tuesday. Apparently, New Jersey woman pretended to be superhero on Oculus escalator before falling to her death. Allegedly, I'm going to throw that out there so the attorneys can just go scratch. But apparently, initially when the article had been posted, it had noted that her sister said she was reaching down to get a hat that had fallen, but articles that were posted later noted that she was seen Supermaning it on the... I didn't know it had a term. I'm sorry that it does, and we should kill that term because, no pun intended, because it's not something we should be encouraging. And if this equipment is ridden correctly, you're not going to have deaths and fatalities like this, and it's scary. There's a video that's running around or being shared online on Facebook right now that has the same type of image. There's a girl on the right-hand side. I'm not going to show it. Basically, kind of Supermaning it down an escalator, and then a guy on the left who is trying to impress this girl is doing the same thing and then falls completely over the other side. So the moral of the story is just ride this stuff safely. Don't do stupid-ass stuff like this. I don't know how else to say it. Terrible accident, terrible tragedy that could have been prevented. But the reality is there will be a lawsuit, and it will drag on for years. And you just hope that something is learned from this instead of just how to sue insurance companies and everybody in the world for not putting a bubble around something so that you don't do stupid stuff and die. I mean, I hate to say it. It's a terrible accident, terrible tragedy. But at the same time, what are you supposed to do? Would a sign in the front prevented them from doing this? I mean, do we have to come up with a million signs that tell people what not to do on an escalator instead of telling them how to ride them safely? Where's common sense gone? Where has it gone? Okay, next, it's nice to see a post from the Massachusetts Elevator Safety Association. Their next meeting is going to be held March 14, 2017 at a new location. It's going to be at the Norwood. So site looks great, Eric, and it is, I'm sure the new location is going to be great. Hopefully you guys have a great, productive meeting. And as always, Eric, thank you for doing everything you can to promote the Massachusetts Elevator Safety Association. And if you are in that area, reach out to Eric to see if you can help him out with anything that he needs help out with. Okay. In India, a salesman dies in a lift accident. Apparently, in news reports from India Express stating that apparently this person who was 20 years old was working as a salesperson for the last 5 years. He volunteered to clean the elevator after a foul odor emanated from the shaft. Oh, so hey, yeah, I'll clean the elevator shaft. Okay, enough said. Yeah, that's not good. Terrible tragedy. Could have been prevented. Don't do stuff that you don't feel comfortable doing, or you shouldn't be doing, or areas that you shouldn't be in. I know this is India, but still, come on. Okay, next news article: Judge okay's elevator repairs. This is this whole story that involves the elevators at the Wilkes-Barre. There's a prison there, and they had shut this elevator down because they want to continue to investigate what may or may not have happened. And the reality is how much time and money are you going to waste in trying to investigate what happened? There was an altercation, okay, and they went through the elevator doors. This is very simple. It should not be that difficult to shut an elevator down for a significant period of time. So the judge finally ordered that the elevator be repaired and put back into service. Thank goodness for some kind of common sense. But I think in some situations, you have an accident. Like these kinds of situations don't always occur or don't come up and so I think people don't quite know what to do. And but not that you want to write a book about it. So, okay, next is an article, kind of interesting. BART builds pipeline for techs. I think this is cool, and I think education is the key to the majority of just making everybody better at what they do. And I wish there was a bigger push to do so in our country. I mean, other than just going to college, it'd be nice if our country would actually focus on technical jobs and opportunities out there rather than just saying everybody should go to college and then you'll be fine. Because the reality is that not everybody's meant for college, and that not only that, but it's expensive. And if you realize that whatever degree you're going to get is not going to pay for a college loan, or it's going to take you 30 years to pay for the college loan, go become something else. Not everybody has to have a college degree. When I graduated high school, it was a thing to do, and it just gave you 4 more years to trying to figure stuff out. But the reality is that not everybody's meant for college. I tell my kids that too. I hate to be the bad dad here, but the reality is that you can do very well for yourself in a variety of different trades, and to do that. So anyway, this is an article talking about BART investing in programs that help get their techs trained, and I think that's a good idea, because on a system as large as the Bay Area Rapid Transit, you need people that are qualified if you are not able to get them locally through contractors or whatnot. So it's a good way of saving money too, if they are indeed if they are, I forgot my train of thought, if they are able to, perform the work that needs to be done. Okay, next news article. This one drives me absolutely crazy. Global Times in China has an article regarding the fact that China still has some issues regarding elevator safety and elevator accidents. And the cities are noting that it's a problem caused by poor maintenance, which is an issue relating to undercutting, companies undercutting each other, companies not being trained to do it. What kills me is if you scroll down in this article, and I don't have anything against China, but if you scroll on this article, they have these local legal experiments. And then so facing these problems, governments have put forward a variety of ways of providing accountability and improve the management of elevators. So to improve the management and accountability of elevators being reliable and safe, they have started some type of liability and elevator liability insurance that covers all sorts of elevators in the city. They are going to require that elevator owners pay 80 yen every year, which will cover providing up to 3 million yen in compensation. What does that do? What does that do? I mean, you're going to... Maybe there's something lost in the translation here. And then they're also talking about elevators and escalators being equipped with video surveillance devices. What the hell is that going to do? Is that to watch the people working on the equipment and make sure they're doing it? Or is that to make sure that people, who get hurt on them, you can figure out what the cause was? And then they're also making sure that elevator maintenance units are required to set up 24-hour hotlines, which makes sense. I think that's a good idea. But what they have missed the ball on this, the boat. I mean, they've totally missed the boat, and I don't understand. So they're trying to push regulations through, but how about with a certification program? And China is one of those those nations that they grew so fast, and they continue to grow, even if they are slowing down. That their growth is so significant, it's difficult to keep up with that. But if they're having trouble with their elevators, escalators, you figure they're having trouble with other issues as well. But yeah, one just drives me crazy. And the last news article of the show is the Elevator U Conference 2017 is online, open for registration. Dates for that are going to be June 20th through the 22nd. The Monday, the 19th of June, will be the golf outing. So check that out. The tentative agenda is linked up on the page there. Everything remains the same. It will be held at the University of Virginia, or University of Virginia is hosting it. Boar's Head is where the location is going to be. A really cool location. So check that out. Google it. It looks like a neat place for a little getaway. So, and that's where the golf on is going to be as well. So I hope everybody who was waiting for that to pop up to do so, to get registered. And Elevator U is looking for presenters. If you have an idea for a presentation, please go to the Elevator U website and click on the call for presentations link, and we will, the conference planning committee will review them, and they're in the process of kind of finalizing, but they do have a couple of slots left. So please, if you're interested in doing so, please get that in as soon as you can. And that's going to pretty much do it. I know I didn't give you a bigger update on the Elevator Escalator Safety Foundation. I will do more of that. I like to do a separate presentation, to be honest with you, and kind of go over the PowerPoint that we covered during the meeting, to give you kind of an outline of what's going on there, what we're doing in the upcoming year, and so that way you feel pretty up to speed on that. So, and I try to get that worked in. Just got a lot of stuff going on at this time, and as always, there's never a rest time, but a little bit more than normal. So, looking forward to it kind of settling down at some point, but it may be a few weeks before that actually happens, which is fine. Anyway, well, that's going to do it for the show, everybody. Before we sign out, I'm going to go to random.org. We are going to pick a winner for today's show, and let's see here. Okay, we're going to enter the minimum number and the largest number, which keeps growing, by the way. We appreciate that. And if you're wondering how the heck you win, okay, 5279. All you have to do is go over to the Facebook page or get signed up for our e-newsletter, which we don't send out anymore, but we do have your email address. I know, it sounds ridiculous, right? And you can be eligible to win a $100 Visa gift card during the last show of every month, along with some other cool goodies that have been donated by the companies listed on the website. Okay, 5279, and that is David. David is a mechanic from Wisconsin. David, congratulations. You are the winner of the 2017 February prize pack giveaway. We greatly appreciate it. We greatly appreciate you listening today. All of you, please make sure safety is on your mind every day. You want to go home to your family, to your loved ones. Make sure that today's workday is not your last, and promote that message as best that you can. And we will be back next Wednesday with a new show. It will be March 1st, and as much as I hate to see February go, we've had some beautiful weather here, so let's hope for an early spring. All right, everybody, take care. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.